It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Saturday, October 8th. I'm Michael Groff. A few showers, even a rumble of thunder or two will wake you up this morning here in the valley. But for the most part, just some clouds and isolated showers and storms will be the rule today. Could be some gusty winds and blowing dust this afternoon. We'll talk about it as we look outside this morning. There's those clouds, even a few showers. Some moderate rain in some parts of the North Valley this morning. We're at 79 degrees at Sky Harbor right now, dew point at 52, relative humidity 39%. Winds are light and the barometer is rising. Around the metro area this morning, most of us in the 70s to near 80 degrees. Clouds on the satellite picture across much of Arizona in association with a short wave that's moving through the area. And on radar, widely scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms going on right now. Most notable from Scottsdale over towards Sun City. On the watch warning map, the entire state of North Dakota under freeze warnings this morning. That extends into northwest Minnesota. Also, frost advisories for southern Minnesota and western Wisconsin, including the Twin Cities. And drought conditions, fire danger issues for portions of the southeast U.S. from extreme northeast Louisiana through northern Mississippi and Alabama. Lost in all this discussion about hurricanes and snowfall here in the west, there's quite a drought going on in the southeastern states, where some areas haven't had rain in almost a month down there. And hurricane warnings still extend from the Georgia, South Carolina coast all the way up toward Wilmington and Morehead City, North Carolina. Tornado watches and even a couple of tornado warnings this morning for portions of North Carolina. And flash flood watches and warnings as well for the Carolinas, all in association with Matthew, which is still a Category 1 hurricane. We'll talk about that in just a moment. On the convective outlook, a slight risk of severe weather on the coastal Carolinas, still expecting some more possible tornadoes throughout the day today, and a marginal risk of severe weather in southeast Arizona today, extending from Douglas, Sierra Vista, Nogales north toward Tucson and even the southeast valley. Tomorrow, no organized areas of severe weather are expected. The latest on Matthew, still a Category 1 hurricane, maximum sustained winds 85 miles per hour. Still, the official Hurricane Center track has it doing the loop, but even if it does do this, it'll come back as a much weaker system toward the Bahamas, a tropical storm, maybe just a tropical depression. Some of the models now, the latest GFS included, take Matthew more east and out to sea, eventually just shearing it out as it will interact more with Nicole, the other tropical storm just to the east-southeast of Matthew. It's actually located between Puerto Rico and Bermuda. Not really expected to do much over the next several days, just meander about. Be a weak to moderate tropical storm, eventually moving up toward Bermuda and weakening as it does. All right, we'll get into our forecast as we take a look at the models. Here we go. This is the 06C GFS run, valid at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time today. We have a pretty good high latitude blocking pattern going on across North America, which has prevented these tropical systems from making much more northward progress. Meanwhile, that creates sort of a southern branch to the flow, which has been more progressive. So we have these little short waves that come through here, like we do today. And that will be the focus for showers and isolated thunderstorms throughout the day today. Again, not going to be a washout. We're looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies across much of Arizona today. If we do start to see some breaks in the clouds, that'll help to create more instability, more thunderstorms to develop. The best dynamics will be across southeast Arizona today. Few of those storms could build toward the northwest, and we could ultimately see some blowing dust in here this afternoon, some gusty winds, a little bit of thunderstorm activity. This is the HUR at 5 p.m. today. Doesn't look too promising for the valley, but radar's not going to look exactly like this. But the high-res models are a little bit all over the place. Some of them are showing a bit more convection heading towards south central Arizona. Some of them are not. And so we'll go with a chance of showers and thunderstorms throughout the day today, about a 30% chance. Highs will be in the low 90s or so. Moisture profile is so-so. P-watt values approaching an inch, which isn't too bad for early to mid-October. Cape values anywhere from 3 to 800 joules or so. Marginal dynamics, but certainly enough to get some showers and storms going through the day today. By tomorrow, things do start to dry out. Westerly anticyclonic flow begins to reestablish itself over Arizona. A few showers and storms still found over the eastern part of the state. We will be dry, however. Highs warmer tomorrow, back up over toward the mid-90s. Monday, same thing. Sunny skies, westerly flow, highs mainly in the middle 90s. Tuesday, pretty much a carbon copy, mostly sunny skies, and highs will again top out into the mid 90s. By Wednesday, there's a shortwave feature that's approaching us. Not going to have a whole lot of implication on our weather. Any shower or thunderstorm activity will be confined to far northern Arizona or up toward Utah, Colorado. And on Thursday, that little wave passes us by. That'll help knock temperatures down a couple of degrees anyway, so we'll be mostly in the lower 90s Wednesday and Thursday. Models have not really done a great job with these shortwave features. The timing's a little bit off. So for right now, we'll just broad brush it. Lower 90s both days. Lows will come down a little bit too, mid 60s to low 70s. By Friday, see another trough approaching the west coast. Showers across northern California up into the Pacific Northwest, but nothing really of note around here. In fact, 500 millibar heights, around 585 to 588 decameters. That just means high temps will be once again squarely in the mid-90s. There could be some upper 90s to near 100-degree temperatures over the deserts of southeast California. Here we go toward a week from today. This is Saturday, October the 15th. That is a big trough sitting over there just off the Pacific Northwest coast and the Northeast Pacific. But it's not going to be making any progress toward us anytime soon. General, broad, flat ridging over the eastern Pacific, and that just is going to keep us warm and dry through the period. Highs again, middle 90s by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. By the end of the forecast period, this is Monday, October 17th, that trough finally starts to break away and move to the southeast. The blocking pattern breaks down and will come to an end. And if this verifies, we will see much cooler weather headed our way, probably cooling off into the 80s by the end of the forecast period. And if that trough materializes as it's depicted there, highs could very easily drop into the 70s by Tuesday or Wednesday, the 18th and 19th, respectively. We'll just see how that plays out. Temperatures, meanwhile, as we go through the period, yes, I don't know if we're going to make 95 today, but we should be in the low 90s at least. Certainly will be warmer tomorrow and Monday. And then as we go through the week, temperatures are going to be a bit of a challenge. Friday and Saturday of next week could actually be much warmer than this. But overall, the general pattern beyond that will be to start to cool us off. Maybe our first real big cool down will start to come our way as we head toward the latter part of October, as is typically the case. That's a look at the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. Our next video comes your way tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great Saturday.